am asking y'all from the core of my being to take our lives seriously. To the men who love us, let me just try to paint a picture of what it will feel like if America, the wealthiest nation on earth, keeps revoking basic care from its women. Your daughter could be the one too terrified to call the doctor if she's bleeding during an unexpected pregnancy. Your niece could be the one miscarrying in her bathtub after the hospital turned her away. The devastating consequences of teen pregnancy won't just be borne by young girls, but also by the young men who are the fathers. And then there is the tragic but very real possibility that in the worst case scenario, you just might be the one holding flowers at the funeral.
You know, it's an election cycle, right? I've made some videos, right? I'm gonna make some more fucking videos, right? So the other day, I happened to cross Michelle Obama's comments, directed towards us. And when I say us, you know who I'm talking about, is straight black men. I'm throwing up in my mouth saying straight black men, okay? Because, I know who comes and watches my videos and shit, and I don't care about the lurkers and shit, and the undercover misandrists, and whoever's stalking me at this time and shit. I really don't care about you, okay? I do care about, my peers, okay? Whatever age they are, even if they're a baby now. I made this video because, I'm frustrated and shit. I'm frustrated, kings. I want to let you know, maybe it's not true or anything, but, me personally, I feel like case is 0 for the low boiling levels of contempt. I grew up in a household with that shit, okay? I have generational complex PTSD from that shit, okay? I wanted to be honest with you. I want to be transparent, okay? And I listened to Michelle Obama running her mouth, and no one has any fucking logic and shit. The presidential candidate in question cannot complete an interview without a foot in her mouth, and that's if we're lucky and shit. If we're not, she puts her whole ass in her mouth. She has no policy, no nothing and shit, and they just want to put this motherfucker in a wheelchair and put like a dolly under it and shit and tilt it at a 45-degree angle and wheel that bitch into the White House. And nobody's alarmed about this and shit. Even that fucking jackass party is not alarmed by this and shit, okay? Right? America has fallen and shit as far as I'm concerned, and I really don't give a fuck. And it's not even the reason why I made the video and shit. I listened to Michelle Obama's comments and, how she was trying to prod black women to abuse us more, okay? Verbally and otherwise. She was doing a clarion call to black women to be even more egregiously misandrist towards us, okay? It's like we don't get it enough of shit. Since the inception of this country we fucking built. Alright? The country we built. The country that we were here first and shit before these assholes came and set up the fake ass system and shit on top of our bodies, our bones. Alright? Yeah, I listened to Michelle Obama and shit. I didn't roll my eyes or nothing, but I have complex PTSD from misandry, okay? I have that from misandry, okay? Alright, now I'm going to talk about my personal story and shit. I just want to be transparent and shit. When I say that, we've told the jackass party what we want. Alright, we've given a list of what we want. They know what we want. But they want to make it about reproductive rights and shit. And they want to tell me that their client, their candidate that they picked, she wasn't voted in or nothing. The one they placed over here in front of everybody, They want to tell us that the issue is reproductive rights. Okay? A woman has always had reproductive rights. They can open their legs or close their legs. There's 17 or more forms of birth control. I've been with women that had their own condoms and and other birth control items, on their person and shit when we hooked up and shit, okay? Those are smart women. Those are alpha females in my opinion and shit, okay? Those alpha females in my fucking opinion. Reproductive rights, right? I guess they mean abortion, okay? The right to have an abortion and shit. I don't know nothing about that. I've had my experiences with a person that had 2 abortions that I actually know of, okay? Maybe 3. And I'm going to tell you jackass parties and you misandrous, pretending to be feminists and shit. I don't give a fuck about that. Okay? I don't care about women's reproductive rights. I want fucking reparations, okay? I want a crime bill, okay? I want a Marshall Plan for the black community, but first and foremost, I want you motherfuckers to cut the check. I want you to just blindly pour tons and tons of cash into the black community and just give it to all these people. I don't care if they're the dregs of humanity. I don't care if they're fucking, idiots and shit. I don't care the motherfucker wearing that like small ass bicycle helmet on his head like a Timmy from fucking South Park. I don't care. I want that money, goddammit. I want a crime bill, and I want a Marshall Plan to rebuild this motherfucker. And I don't want to hear shit from a black woman. I wish a black woman would come up to me with Michelle Obama's talking points, get in my face and start flapping her black gums and shit. She's gonna get some shit she don't like. When I'm extremely passive, when the geek is passively talking to people, they get bent. Nobody can take it when I'm talking for real. Okay? Talking points and no talking points. I don't give a fuck about reproductive rights because they have never been in jeopardy. I would not presume to tell a woman what they can do with their body. Okay? It's a double standard in our society. I would never tell a woman that. And on that same note, I will not listen to a woman tell me anything about myself that wasn't born as a man. It isn't a degenerate. I don't give a fuck about reproductive rights. You cut the check. And we know y'all ass ain't gonna do that. So I'm taking the couch. Okay? You can flip it and slap it up and turn it around the story any kind of way you want shit. We're disgusted with you. Black men and other men of ethnic groups. Alright? We're throwing up in our mouths. Every time you open your mouth and talk and shit, you can't change a program and shit. Okay? You guys are retarded. You can't change the program. You're socially engineered to death, to your own extinction and shit. Why do you think motherfuckers, you have made it so shitty in this social experiment that we call the black community that a lot of motherfuckers just crawling over the top of that lid and getting the fuck out? What choice do we have? I'm not gonna sit up here and listen to some simp talking to me about what I should do and my responsibilities to this supposed community when the women are given free reins to just run off at the mouth and they can shirk their duties and say that marriage is and anything having children is some kind of bondage and some kind of oppression and shit. Us breathing is some kind of oppression. I had to listen to the idiot female telling motherfuckers to build something and shit and go to war. When I was in the military, a lot of females, they were using their cooch to get by. I don't give a fuck. And in the working world, I've seen a lot of women using their cooch. Every time they come in, they dirty up a construct, working environment and shit. They make everything interpersonal, organic, needlessly organic, and they fuck up the job. And then it sucks ass and shit because we also have the minority majority on their fucking necks with their insecurities and shit. And I am not going to sit up here and listen to anybody try to shame me and make me behave a certain way. Okay? That's not happening. I'll die gladly. Okay? I'll never bend the knee to no fucking misandrous female of any color, wherever they came from. I'm live and let live. I'm save yourself black man and shit. You can't live with the fact that a number of us feel that way. You are abusing us for generations. You abused us. You kill your community and you flaunt your achievements and shit, but they don't mean anything to the group at large. What has your high levels of education and involvement and inclusiveness in all corners of this fucked up society. What has that done for your ethnic group where you come from? And you also have the babies. Okay, you the ones that shit out these motherfucking babies and reproduce yourselves. And your community sucks. It's at the bottom of the barrel economically, culturally, spiritually. It's our fault though. It's Jermaine's fucking fault, right? It's Jermaine's fucking fault. It's my fault. Do you suck? Right? That you don't know how to parent your goddamn kids. You don't know how to properly vet a motherfucker. You don't even know how to take care of your own womb and your health. You had the highest levels of STIs and shit. But it's Jermaine's fault. Is that what you're gonna tell me? Is that what Michelle Obama's gonna tell us? She's telling women to browbeat us even more to make us vote for a whore. A goddamn whore who can't even do her job. Every position or office she's ever held has been drenched in controversy, and I don't even give a fuck. Because I'm not a criminal, I don't have a criminal record. So when you Democrats are talking about, criminal justice system and making changes and all that bullshit, I understand the need for that. But I am not a criminal. I've never been in jail. I hope I never go to jail before I'm dead. Then I'm raising a middle finger and shit. I'm doing that L sign on my fucking forehead. I'm an elder statesman of this goddamn community, whether you like it or not and shit. I will call it as I see it and tell the goddamn truth. I'm D to the knee, stone to the bone. Fuck you. I'm sitting on the goddamn couch. If Kamala Harris walked that ass in there, it will not be on my head. It's the most logical choice that I can make, personally speaking, is for my ass to sit on the couch because no one is giving us shit. Black men need reparations, and we need an overhaul of the court system. You talk about the criminal justice system. No, we need an overhaul of that family court. All right? There's too many fucked up children out there that have had their legacies destroyed because you put those kids in the care of immature, childish women and shit that destroyed their families. They destroyed their history. They destroyed their future and shit. And you don't give a fuck because you want to get your set aside and shit. Okay, Michelle, you go home. You go home, right? And if your husband is there, he's not on a quote unquote fishing trip with his good buddy there, You comb his beard, if you get my drift and shit. You comb his beard and you try to figure out how to be a mother, okay? Now, I don't give a fuck about your weird looking daughters. Man, why don't you mind your business, stay in your lane and shit? Leave us alone. You guys got your bag. You got your dirty, greasy bag full of 3 pieces of silver and shit to fuck this community over for 8 years and shit. And another 4 after just talking shit, running your mouth and shit. And you got the minority majorities cover and shit. Because you're ops. Alright? I'm not voting for your pick. Okay? I don't care about women's reproductive rights. I really don't give a fuck. Okay? Because they've already had reproductive rights. They've said that they are the backbone of the community, and that the community has scoliosis. The community is fucked up. And when you ask them about this, they say it's Jermaine's fault. Alright? Jermaine said, fuck y'all. Okay, I talked to Jermaine the other day. He said, man, fuck y'all, man. I'm sitting on the couch. Okay? I ain't voting for neither party because they ain't giving us shit. They ain't rebuilding our communities. And they won't even say our names and shit. And your fucking candidate took the Freedmen's Bank that was established for black people and shit. And she made it for all peoples. So all peoples can vote for her fucking ass. And if she get in office and a bunch of black women out there twerking and shit, I'm gonna laugh my motherfucking ass off. I'm gonna be just like a motherfucking Snake Plissken watching that bitch turn off, all the lights go off and shit once he puts 666 on that little machine. Alright? Be just like that, man. It ain't gonna be on my head. I don't care about Trump. Okay? I don't care about Trump. I don't care about your client and shit. She is she gets in the highest chair of the land and shit. It'd be interesting watching what she does. Maybe she'll have a teleprompter, her whole fucking, if she makes it through 4 years. Let's put it that way. She might just quit. It gets too hard. They actually expect her to do some work. And she's done a bang up job with the border, hasn't she? All right. So, in conclusion, you've been giving back. You've just been throwing money all over the place and signing bills for everybody else, and uninvited. Showing up uninvited to numerous mass murders that have happened and taking out our elders and shit in our community. Showing up unwarranted. Probably not in the best of health since you made that crime bill and everything, but you didn't make no crime bill for all these weirdos. These bottom dwellers, these dudes that get in their feelings and decide they want to go shoot up a bunch of old people. Michelle Obama, she has all this shit on her docket, but she's one who talks about reproductive rights. I don't care what a woman does with her hole, okay? It's their hole. I don't have a stake in her hole. Do I get a federal stake in a woman's hole, any given woman's hole in our community outside of it and shit? I think not. Fuck you. Okay, fuck you. This has been a rant by the Geek Underground and shit. And it won't be the last.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the black patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.